Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing these little ornaments here. The supplies are going to vary with what you want to use, but there are some supplies that you're definitely going to need to make these ornaments. This little fence here that I made with the wreath, you're going to need popsicle sticks. And then these ties here that I picked up at Dollar Tree for your wreath. And you're definitely going to need some twine. And I picked this up at Dollar Tree as well. And then some kind of ribbon. So I picked up these ribbons here at Big Lots. And I thought they were wired, but they're not. But they still work for what I'm going to be using them for. And then if you want to add other embellishments, you can do so. You're also going to need pipe cleaner. For this one here, you're going to need, I have foam board. That's what I use for this star. You can use cardboard if you have cardboard, but I had the foam board, so that's what I used for this one. For this right here, this is what's going to vary. I had this piece here of greenery that was from a garland that fell off, so I used that. And then again, the ribbon and the twine. As far as covering your foam board, you're going to need one of these towels that I picked up at 99-cent store. This is in a buffalo check, but you can also use scrapbook paper, or Dollar Tree has wrapping paper that looks exactly like this. Actually, I have it. They have this wrapping paper here at Dollar Tree. I just picked it up today. I was working on these last night, but today I went to Dollar Tree and they had this. So I don't know, I may use this or I may not, but I already have one of those cut up, so I'm probably going to continue to use one of those towels. You're going to need a glue gun, scissors, wire cutters, all the stuff that we always use to make our crafts. Then for our fence, I used some of this paint here. This is the apple barrel paint in melted chocolate and white. And a little brush. I just had this one at hand, so that's what I'm going to use. And then again, supplies will vary on what you want to do. So let's get started with this DIY. Okay, so for our fence, what we're going to use is we're going to use popsicle sticks. I do have two sizes here. This is just a regular popsicle stick, and then this is a smaller little popsicle stick, if you guys can see. Now you can find these at Walmart or Michael's. I think I bought mine at Dollar Tree a long time ago. But we're going to use 5 of the large ones and 2 of the small ones. And if you guys can see here, on this fence here, I just left it exactly the way it is, the way the popsicle sticks come. But if you wanted to change the shape to look something like this, then all you have to do is, see, this is a regular side like this. Grab your wire cutters and then just go ahead. Let me show you guys right here. And then just go ahead and cut just a little piece of the side right here in an angle. Get it right there. And then on the other side as well, I just flip it. See, just like that. And you can have a shape like that if you want for your fence. So, and I may just do that to these, make it a little different. So, and then I just flip it over. See if I'm on frame here. See, there's that one. And I can hear them flying everywhere. So be careful when you're doing this. And then you can sand it down. And then if you want, you can, if you don't want that little round edge at the bottom, just cut straight across like that. And so you have something that looks like this. If you wanted to do that. You don't have to do all this. You can choose to leave it the way I did. Just like this. See? I didn't do anything to it other than paint it. And or you can go this route. Whatever you decide to do, I'm sure it's going to look beautiful. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut my little tips of the popsicle sticks, and then I'll be right back. So I cut all my sticks exactly like with the little point, and then I cut the round at the bottom to make it straight across, so you guys can see. So again, I have 5 of these, and then 2 of the regular, 2 of the small ones, but I didn't do anything to these. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this little stick, and being careful not to burn myself, I'm going to add a little glue here, and then I'm going to go ahead and start gluing probably right there like that, and then I'm going to start to space them as far apart as I want. So I'm going to go ahead and get my glue. Let's see. So right there. Don't want to burn myself. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and put it down right there. See, like that. This will be the back, and then of course the front will be this side here. You're not going to be able to see this anyways, so it's no big deal however you want to do it. If you want that to be the back, that's fine. I may do that on this one, who knows, but I'm just going to go ahead and just space them out. What I like to do actually is I like to go ahead and do first the ends, and then I can go ahead and space in between here. So I may not even use all 5, but I just want to make sure that I do first the ends here like this. That way I know how much I have here to play with. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these guys, and I'm going to do the same exact thing. And when I get to the bottom, actually, I'll just go ahead and put glue on the whole entire, where's the other one? Where's the little one? Right here. I'll put glue on this one all across, and then I'll just glue it on here because they'll all be already on here, and it'll be easier. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so here is my little fence. I tried to get the glue off of here, as you guys can see with my wire cutters. I just snipped some of it off of here, and it came off pretty easy. I didn't get it all, but that's okay. So the next step that we're going to do is we're going to paint this, but before I paint this, I want to make sure that I have my little greenery here, this little green tie here, and I'm going to make it into a circle, and then I'm going to see where or how big I want my wreath to be. So that'll, I think right there, that looks good. So I'm going to just go ahead and tie this with the other piece of the greenery. So I'm just tying because it's wired, so you can bend it and make it to how you want. So then I got it there. I'm going to go ahead and cut that piece off. And I have my little wreath here, but I'm going to continue to shape it. So there it is. I'm going to continue to shape this guy to how I want it. Okay, there we go. All right, there it is. So I just shaped my little wreath here. All right, see, and that's how I'm going to put it on there. But the reason why I want to do this first is because before I paint this, I want to go ahead and paint this with some white paint. So I'm going to shake my paint up, and I'm just going to add a little bit of paint here. Just a little bit. I don't need a lot. Just a little tiny bit. There we go. And then I'm going to get my little dabber here. And then I'm going to try to take off as much as I can with the paint. And then I'm just going to go over my evergreen, like right here, to make it look like it's flocked. And I'll just go back to the, it's kind of like dry brushing. I'm going to go back to where I took off the excess paint, go on that one and grab that, pick that up to put it onto this evergreen. And you can add as much or as little as you want. I'm just going all around, front, back. This is going to be up to you if you want to do this. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. You can just leave it all green. But right here where it's a little flat, that's where I'm going to put my bow. Get a little more of that. All right. So there we go. So now I'm going to go ahead and let that dry. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of brown to my plate here. Just a little bit. You don't need too much. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up some of that brown and do the same thing. And then I'm going to get my little fence, and then I'm just going to start to paint it. I want to get the ends a darker color than the other. See right here, like these little areas, I want to get them pretty dark. You can paint them beforehand if you want, and then let them dry and then just put them all together. But this is how I'm doing mine. Everybody has their little ways of doing things, so this is how I'm doing mine, but you guys can feel free to do yours however you want. And then let me turn this guy around this way. And now I'm just going to go everywhere and start just painting it. You can dry brush it. You can, this part you can do however you want. I'm going to add some white in there. At the end of the day, these are your ornaments and they're going to be in your house, in your tree. So make them look however you would like. So, okay, once I do that, I'm going to let this dry. And I think I'm going to leave it like this. I'm not going to add too much color to it. And then I'm going to let that dry and let that one dry as well. And so while I'm letting those dry, I'm going to go ahead and make my little bow for my wreath. So let me see. So I'm going to grab a little piece of pipe cleaner here. Where's my pipe cleaner? All right. So here's my pipe cleaner. I'm going to put my pipe cleaner to the side. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead and bend it in half. This is half of a pipe cleaner, and I'm just bending it in half. And then I'm just going to grab, let's do this one. I'm just going to do a little, just a little, little bow. That's it. You know how when you tie your shoes, you can do something like that. But I'm just going to do it, just do a little loop like this. Pinch it and then twist. And I do want the little cars to be facing up the same way. So then I'm going to bring this forward and then pinch it in the middle. And then twist this down like this, like that. And then I'm going to grab my pipe cleaner, feed it through. And you don't need this big of a pipe cleaner, but I'm just showing you guys. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put it in the middle. And then twist. And then I have my little bow tie there. Just like that. And then, see, both little cars are in the same, they're not upside down. All right, so I'm just going to bend this in half. And then I'm going to chevron the end. I'm going to cut it in an angle going up. Just like that. See, just like that. Again, fold in half your ribbon. Okay, then I'm going to cut it in an angle going up like that, just like that. Okay, and then to disguise this, I picked up these little jingle bells here. We can either leave it like this, or you can just glue a little jingle bell right there. But I won't do it until I actually put it onto the wreath. So that's my little bow. If you don't have a pattern that matters, like say like this one, then you can just do the bow the normal way that you do the little bows. I just did it like this because this one, obviously, the pattern matters because it's, you guys can see. If I did it the other way, the regular way, then this one will be upside down, and I don't want it to be upside down. So again, that's why I'm just going to put like this in the middle here. But if you're doing just a regular pattern like this one, then you don't have to do the twist like this or bring it towards the front. This is just so the patterns are the same. All right, so this doesn't take long to dry because I just dry brushed it. And then what I'm going to do is you can pick whatever side you want, either this side or this side, however you want to put your wreath, wherever you want to glue it. You can either do something like this, or you can do it like this right here, however you want. Spread your evergreen, fluff it up. This is already dry. All right, so I see, and there's my flat side right there. That's where my bow is gonna go. So I'm gonna actually glue it onto it like this. But before I do that, let me add my twine, because that's gonna be my hanger. So the hanger could be as long as you want it to be. And since I'm gonna do this side here, I'm gonna go ahead and glue it to the back side here. So what I'm doing is I'm going to measure and see how much give I want on this hanger. And I think right there. All right, so I'm just going to cut it. There's really no precise measurements. You guys do this however you feel you want to do yours. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit of glue right in the back here. Use something where you won't burn yourself. I'm using one of these little sticks, and I'm going to go ahead and set that piece of twine onto the back like this. Be careful not to burn yourself. And then I will do the other side. But if you want to add more glue on top of that, which I usually do so this doesn't go anywhere, I just add a little bit of glue right on the top like this. And I just go across, just so this secures it a little more. It's a little stronger, even though this isn't really heavy at all, but I just want to make sure it doesn't go nowhere. All right. So I'm going to let that dry. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut the remainder of my pipe cleaner because I don't need all that pipe cleaner. Just gonna go ahead and cut that. And see this little point right here? I just fold it in like that. Just push it in like that. Okay, and then I'm gonna let that dry. I don't put the bow on until after I glue this down. So let me let this dry, and then we'll move on to the next step. All right, so now that it's dry, the back is dry, as you guys can see, a little hanger. See, hangs like this. What I'm going to do now is I'm gonna go ahead and glue my wreath down. And I'm just gonna add some glue on the back here like this, and then I'm gonna press it down to make sure it stays on my little fence. So please be very careful not to burn yourself. So I'm just going to go ahead and put glue around here on the back of my wreath, just because I want to make sure this doesn't go anywhere. I'm putting plenty of glue. Holding on to the little evergreens, and then I'm just going to go ahead and position it to how I want. Oof, I just burned myself. I just told you guys to be careful, and I'm burning myself here. Use your little stick to place your wreath down. And I am using one of these little Dollar Tree mats to when I glue, so that way I don't get it anywhere else on here, and it's easy just to, if I get glue stuck in the bottom, to just pop it off. So there is my little wreath. Now the bow is going to go right here, but before I put the bow on there, I was looking at my stuff and I was thinking, you know what, I want to do something different to that. So I might add some of this greenery here. This is a green sage pick that I picked up at Walmart, and I used it on my candy cane wreath. So I'm thinking maybe I'm going to use some of this here and maybe put it around my wreath, kind of like to give it a different type of a texture and look. Maybe like gluing it on there like this. You know, like maybe bringing it down, something like that. Maybe like that. Let me cut another piece here. I'm not gluing, I don't glue anything down until I'm sure of what I want on my wreath or on my project, on any of my projects, because I like to make sure that that's exactly how I want it. So let me see, here's a small one right there. Let me cut this little one here. Let me see, maybe something like that. You know what? Let me first add my bow here. And I'm just going to go ahead and add some glue here to my bow in the back. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this on my wreath. You can always adjust. If you feel that your tails are too long, you can always adjust them. You can always cut them. Or if they're too short or if they're uneven, see how mine are uneven? I'll cut my my tails in a little bit once the glue sets. And then I'm going to go ahead and add this cute little bell in the middle right there of my bow. Add a little bit of glue. Sorry, it's out of frame, but I don't want to burn myself. Okay. See, there's the glue. I'm going to put it right on there. And it gets hot because it's metal. So once you put a little bit of glue onto the little bell, it gets really hot because it's hot glue on metal. So I'm going to let that cool down. See? And once that cools, then I'll come back. And then we'll start to play with these little things and see if we can put them on here. But I need to let that set before I mess with it. I'm definitely going to cut the other one to kind of even it out. Okay, so now this is dry. I glued this little one right here. That little piece of sage green or whatever that was called. I'm going to glue this one down in here somewhere like this. I just wanted to go ahead and glue this one off camera because that one was kind of small and I didn't want to burn my fingers. But this one, I'm just going to add a little dab of glue right here. And then I'm just going to go ahead and stick it in here. And then it'll look like that. And then I can add more if I wanted to. I have, let's see, I have some of this here if I wanted to add that too. But I think I'm just going to leave it just the way it is, like this. I think I like it like that. And then there is my little ornament. So you can either do it like this where it's all cut, even if it's not even, it doesn't matter. You know how there's some old fences that look kind of rickety rackety. So I like the way this one looks. I like the way the peaks look on this one. And then you can either do this, and if you don't want to go through all that trouble doing this, then you can just leave it just like that and make it like this. So it's up to you however you want to make this ornament. Okay, so that's this ornament here. Now let's move on to the next one. Okay, so for the next ornament, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and use some of that foam board. So what I did to get the star is I just drew the star on my foam board and then I just cut it. And that's what I did, the same thing with the round one here. To save on time, I have already this piece cut. And then what I did was I went ahead and I grabbed my buffalo check towel, and I laid my circle down onto the fabric, and then I just cut around it. And I left a little extra on the sides because when I go to glue it, I want to make sure I cover the edge as well, so it looks finished, kind of like this one. So I just wanted to save on time. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to add any glue in the middle. I'm just going to add glue on the outside here. And pardon, my hands are so dry. And then I'm just going to go ahead and then just fold this in like this to glue it all the way around. Again, nobody sees the back, so I'm not too concerned about the back. If you're concerned about the back, then go ahead and cover the back as well if you like. I'm not too concerned with it because you're not going to be able to see it. And you can also use, if you don't want to use fabric, you can also use that paper that I told you guys that they sell at Dollar Tree, or they sell scrapbook paper too that you can use. So I'm going to go ahead and start to go ahead and add glue on my edges, and then I'm going to go ahead and glue it like this all the way around. So, oh my God, my hands look atrocious, you guys. I do apologize for that. So let me begin here. I don't want to burn myself, so I want to make sure. Let me make sure that it's lined up right here. You just want to have a little extra on the sides all the way around. Okay. Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of glue. Wait, it moved on me. There we go. Oh, it's moving on me. Okay. All right, so let me add some glue right here. And this is really hot. Definitely don't want to burn myself. And do little sections at a time. I'm just going to add this. Just do little sections at a time. Use a little stick or something so you don't burn yourself. Just like that. And then you're going to go all the way around. And again, little sections at a time so you don't burn yourself. And just do it like this all the way around. And then we'll be right back for the next step. All right, so here's this one already done. I added my little hanger. All I did was, as you guys can see, this is the back. Again, if the back really bothers you that much, you can go ahead and just go ahead and cut a piece off and cover the back as well if you want. I'm not going to do that. Usually I'm a perfectionist, but as of late, I'm just letting whatever, I'm just letting everything slide off of me right now. So anyways, this is how it's going to look for now. Maybe down the line, I'll probably go back and fix it because it probably will get under my skin to see this because I like to have everything nice and finished. But for now, I'm just going to leave it the way it is. So now that I've added my little hanger, and as you guys can see around here, it's all done, the edges. Now you can start to decorate it. You can do whatever you want. You can do what I did here and do a little bow with the little jingle bell on there. You can cut a little image off of, say, like a deer or anything and put it on here. You can do whatever you want. So I got this idea from Dollar Tree because I did see the ornaments that they had at Dollar Tree, and it was just cardboard, and they had put either fabric or I don't know what it was, but they had it covered with something similar to this, and for $1 for one ornament. And this, you can get cardboard for free if you have it in your home, or you can buy the foam board like I did for $1, and then the cloth for $1, or the wrapping paper that they have at Dollar Tree, which is a really big roll, for $1. So for $2, you can go ahead and have as many as you want. You can have a whole bunch of them, and you can use stuff that you have at home already, say like these things here that were from a garland that fell off. So that's what I'm going to do with this. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to use these guys here like this, and then maybe, let me see, get some that are the same size. Probably put it like this, kind of glue it like that. This one has a little pine cone. I'll probably put the pine cone, let me get the pine cone off of here if I can. I don't know if I can get it off of there. got the pine cone off. Maybe glue the pine cone there like that. And then maybe add some greenery, more greenery. You know what? The sky's the limit for your imagination, you guys. So that's how easy these ornaments are to make. I'm going to go ahead and glue this one up, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like, and then we're done with this tutorial. So let me go ahead and finish this one up. All right, so here are just a few ideas of how you can come up with your own ornaments using stuff that you have around your house, or just buying some stuff from Dollar Tree. So this is the way this one came out. As you guys can see, I like the way it looks. It looks really nice and rustic. And, you know, use your imagination. Let your imagination run wild. This is what you like. And so this is such an easy tutorial that seriously, that you didn't need to see me cut the circle and all that, because it's really self-explanatory. But yeah, this is just foam board. And I know I'm going to end up covering this because it'll drive me crazy. But this is what I came up with. You can create any shape that you want. And that is these right here. And then these here. I like the way these came out as well. So, and which one do you guys like better? This one on my right or this one on my left? Let me know in the comments below. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.